Hi everyone, how you all doing? I just want to see if let me know whether you can hear me okay. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. Anyway, so here I am. So yeah, I thought I would come on live for a bit and yeah, talk about the spirit world. Just making sure I've got my speaker up and going. Let's change the colour. So yeah, I was thinking about this for a couple of days. Um, what to talk about, like crystals and or energy and stuff like that. And I thought I would talk about what happens after um, our spacesuit that we're in, and what happens afterwards um, when this spacesuit that we're in stops working. Um, and basically, because I watched a couple of TikTok videos and a couple of YouTube videos on this, and people are getting a little bit confused um, about what happened. So I watched this video this morning where um, a person died during the night, and the person died when they was asleep, and whether it's fake, whether it's real, doesn't really matter. But you can see the spirit leave the body, and you on the camera you sort of walk through the wall. I saw a comment of, "Oh, the man's arm moved, you know, just before he passed." Well, as a person that used to work with people that are were dying and people that have died, I used to sort them out, ready for the undertakers to come and pick them up and for them to do their thing. So yeah, so when when you die, um, how can I put it? You can still move the body, like, okay. The only way I can explain it is like, um, if okay, I'm going to use this as an example. So if you got a child at home and they fall asleep, whether it be in the car or on the sofa or wherever, and you pick them up and you take them wherever when they're asleep, they go all limp, don't they? You can move their arms, you can move their legs, their head moves around, and that's basically what it's like when a person um, crosses over. The body's limp, so it's basically like they're asleep. Um, but you can move them as much as you like, but they won't wake up, basically. Um, so this video that I watched when they said, "Oh, I saw this person's arm move." Well, yeah, yeah, of course, you're gonna see the person's arms move because I can't remember what they called it, but there is a word for it. But when your body is shutting down, even though it's shutting down, you have the last movements, and I've seen this on a number of occasions where someone would move a finger, or they would, if they had their eyes closed, they would have their eyes open and then close them again. I actually saw someone swallow, so the muscles in the neck, as they're like, as you're taking a drink, you see the old neck muscles moving as you're eating or drinking. I've seen that. So yeah, your body does still go through some of the motions, like before you cross over. So before you pass. So to watch a video and see someone's arm move just before they die, to me that's normal because I've seen it lots of times in one of my previous jobs. There's a lot of things that I can go into, which I don't really want to really go into. Um, Actually, I probably will. So we all know that once you pass over, um, all your muscles relax. So it is true when people say that bodily fluids will leave the body after you cross over. That is true. That's happened to me 3 times. I can't remember how many people I've sorted out after they passed, but I know 3 different people that I've sorted out that that has happened to. So any um hole, so your mouth, yeah, your back end will relax and it will open, and anything that's in you will come out. Um, so that is true. What else? Um, your fingers and your toes and your legs and your arms will turn different color. They will turn. Sometimes they will turn as black as that lid, um, because of lack of blood going to those parts of the body. So yeah, unless you experience these things, um, the common person will um, never understand and will never know um, about this stuff unless you actually deal with it every day. So yeah, so it is possible for people to move just before they die. It is known for people to talk just before they die, or open their eyes, or close their eyes, or whatever. Um, Everything is possible um, just before you cross over, before your body shuts down. Um, so the other comment I saw on this video, they said, "Oh, when the spirit left the body, it walked." Yeah, that's normal. Of course, you're going to see that because how do you move? How do you walk from one room to the next? How do you walk down the road? How do you walk? You walk. You know, how do you move from place to place? Well, you use your legs. You walk. So of course, when the spirit leaves the body, yeah, it's gonna walk because as you have a physical body, arms, legs, body, head, etc., the spirit's going to have that. You know, your spirit has arms, legs, hands, feet, head, body, etc. So when your spirit leaves the body, it's going to have that and it's going to walk. Yeah, it's not like Hollywood where it's like all made up. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be saying a lot because I'm thinking what to say next. So when people like me that communicate with spirit, um, I see him as I see you. So head, body, arms, legs, etc. So yeah, I'm not gonna see. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to brighten my screen up a bit. So yeah, I'm not gonna see um, a spirit as anything else, but how I see you. So yeah, what else? So yeah, that's the other thing about when you cross over to spirit. When you're in your when you're in your spirit body, you can be in um, multiple places at once. There is no time or space. So you can be, I don't know, if you cross over uh, in a hospital, you can be in a hospital, plus you can be somewhere else. If that makes you, I'm talking about your spirit. It can be somewhere else. What else? So you'll hear quite a lot of stories of, oh, I just saw so and so. I was in bed asleep and I woke up and there was so and so at the end of the bed, and then someone will say, "Oh, you just that person just died in the hospital." Like I said, they can be in two places at once. There's no time or space. Um, what else? So all these Hollywood movies where spirit will show themselves, all like disformed and again, yeah, that's all Hollywood making it all scary. Um, yeah, to make it all scary and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out what that bang was. So yeah, spirit don't always show themselves as like this disformed, you energy. They only show you what they want you to see. Hello there, how you doing? Do you see that I've got a couple of comments? Yeah, I'm okay. How are you? So yeah, this won't be a very long live because I still need to get ready to go to work later. So yeah, I won't be here for very long. I'm just what's the word? Debunking some of these comments I see on things like Twitter and TikTok and all that. Yeah. Good, good. So yeah, I'm just debunking some of these videos I see on TikTok and on. Sorry, guys, I'm keep hearing noises outside and it's bugging me. Um, so yeah, as I was saying, I watched a video on TikTok and it's all. I feel that the video is real, but the comments that were on the TikTok are people that haven't got a clue what they're talking about. Yeah, you can ask a question. Why not? Because I think I pretty much talked about everything um, I want to talk about. The other thing, guys and girls, um, I am a what you call a psychic medium. That means that mediumship wise, I talk to people that have passed on that has already died and passed on to spirit. Um, Psychically, so when I hear the word psychic, I don't to me that is like what's the word? So if you're in a car, I can see what's around you. So I can see whether you're on the motorway or whether you're in a supermarket or whether you're at home in bed or that kind of thing. Psychic to me doesn't mean I can see into the future. I can't tell you what psychically, I can't tell you what's the lottery numbers or um yeah, what's the word? Or psychically has someone in your family that's a millionaire buried their money in the garden. You know what I mean? I can't predict if you're going to get married this year or um, that kind of stuff. That's more fortune telling, and that's one of the things I don't do. I don't do fortune telling. So yeah, what do you see? Like I said, I'm not really a fortune teller. I can't really tell people's fortune. I can, like I said, I can speak to people that are passed on. I can see things like whether you're drinking a cup of tea. I can see whether you're psychically whether you're in a I don't know restaurant or a hotel or whether you're at work or whether you're in your car. I can't I can't predict the future. So any questions to do with fortune telling, I can't predict that. I've tried. I've tried on other lies on how to, fortune telling, if that's the right word to use. But yeah, I'm rubbish at fortune telling, I'm afraid. Um, so yeah, any like if you got someone that's passed over, I'm more than happy to try and communicate with them. Um, yeah, anything like that. Um, okay, let's see whether he's in a. I can see whether he's in a relation. I can see whether he's in a relationship or whether he's single. I do feel that he is in a relationship with another person. Because the reason why I say that I do see him. Um, I want to say wedding because I see him and the person that's standing next to him in white. So to me, that's a wedding, and I do see like an arch with like flowers on it. So I don't know whether that was something that happened in the past or whether that's something that's happening like now. But I do see him like he's wearing a I see the man wearing a white suit, and I do see a lady wearing like a wedding dress, and everything around him's like all white. So I don't know whether that's something in the past that's happened in the past, or whether that's something that's happening now. So so I want to say that he either is in a relationship and was married. Okay, how am I going with this? So either do you see him in a relationship and he was married, or and he's separated from that person, or he's still with that person now, and that's just something like from the past. But again, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like the person, like him and her, in like a wedding kind of like a setting. Um, so yeah, not really. Yeah, I'm getting quite a lot of like wedding stuff around him. So yeah, I do see like a classic car with like the white ribbon at the front. That's like from the front of the car up to the um window. So I feel like someone is, whether it's him or someone close to him, is getting married. So yeah, that's all I'm getting, to be honest. I wasn't really planning on doing any readings today. I was just gonna talk about what happens when, when we die. So I'm not quite tuned in um, to that. Because sometimes when I'm on the internet, yeah, it could be. You could be going to a wedding. So yeah, I'll just give off what I've got, and then it's up to the person that I'm giving the information to work that out, if that makes any sense. So when I picked up the wedding, um, like images of wedding, it's up to the person to you know put that information together. Um, but yeah, what else? What was that? What was I was talking about? Oh yeah, so I was talking about like crossing over and spirits and stuff. Um, but yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. Yeah. um, so like I said, I wasn't planning on going over too long. I'll just try to see whether I can pick up anything else from this. Thing is, with me, when I get sidetracked, it's very hard to get back into what I was talking about before. Okay. I think my brain's kicking in, to be honest with you. Because I also see like horse and cart. So yeah, like I saw like a car, now I'm seeing like horse and cart. So um I think my brain's starting to kick in, to be honest. Uh yeah. So I need to get back into the swing of this live. Um so yeah, when it comes to like people crossing over in spirits and stuff, um it's normal. So if a person passes when they're at home, or okay, so let's stick with that. So let's stick with if what happens if a person passes at home. It's normal for that energy or that spirit, whatever you want to call it, um, to stay within that area. So stay within that home. What some people say that when the funeral happens, that's when the spirit crosses over. But at the end of the day, it's up to that person that's crossed over to move on. So they may not be ready to move on um, until the funeral, or until the family sort the will out, or um, because we still, like, every day we have plans, don't we, of doing stuff. So we don't always think about passing over, crossing over, whatever. So there are some cases where the spirit will stay around because to them they still got things to do here in the physical. So again, I've had experiences in previous jobs where because I used to work in a care home, and when people pass, sometimes they cross straight over um, to the spirit world, and sometimes they will. linger for a day or two, then cross over. And sometimes they would be there for a lot longer than a couple of days, or I think the longest that they've stayed there for was about a week, and then they crossed over. Um, but again, what I found is, people like myself can go in there and help them cross over. But again, it's free will. So we got free will to a degree. We got a free will here in the physical, but in spirit, it's like three times that. So again, they got the free will of doing whatever they want to do. So if they want to stay here in the physical world, again, they got the free will to do that. So yeah, I've had three, possibly four cases where when a person crossed over, they stayed in their room for about a week. And again, this is like kind of like debunking the whole like funeral. They'll cross over when they're being cremated or buried or whatever. Um, Again, normally here in the UK is normally 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the actual funeral. And what I found is that they will be here for about a week. They will be like spiritually energized, whatever you want to call it. They'll be here for about a week, then cross over. So again, depends on the situation of how they passed, or where they've passed, or how or whatever. So if it's a very traumatic, unexpected passing, they will linger here for about up to a week. I had just one case where I had this man that passed, like he wasn't expecting to pass. All of a sudden, he just went, and he stayed in this was in a care home, but he stayed in within the room for a week. He would set off the emergency bell. He would, when I go to turn off the emergency bell, um, I'm talking about spiritually, he would be literally at the front door. So I would physically, I'd be able to physically open the door, but he would be spiritually, he'd be right at the door, trying to stop me from going into the room. Um, so yeah, but then the day the family removed his personal belongings from the room and did whatever, took it home or whatever, um, his energy went. His energy left the room, and he was no longer in the room, even though his physical body was here in the physical world. He wasn't buried or cremated or anything like that. He was still here in the physical. Once his stuff was moved out of the room, his energy went. Again, I had two cases where, again, a man and a woman, again in a care home, and they passed within a week of each other, but they were there for about a week and a half. One of them wasn't a very nice person when he was here in the physical. He was, I don't know whether I'm allowed to say this online, but I will anyway. He was a bit of a racist. He didn't like certain people. Um, and before he passed, about a couple of weeks before he passed, he actually said to his wife and to the people that worked at the care home, that when he when he passed over, or when he's gonna pass over, that he knew the life that he was living wasn't a good life, and that he probably um, what's the word? Probably wouldn't feel that he can cross over. If that makes any sense. And he did. He stayed in that room for best part of a week and a half, until the energy moved from that room. Where did he go after he left the room? I have no idea. Did he cross over to the spirit world, or haunted the house that he used to live in before the care home? I have no idea, to be honest. Because I didn't go to his house or anything like that. But his energy did leave the room that he was staying in. The lady, um, yeah, again, I think with her, I think that she loved the room that she was in. She was happy with the room that she was in. She was happy that people are looking after her and all that kind of stuff. And she didn't want to leave. She wanted to stay there, because she was happy with everything. So yeah, that can happen. So it's not always doom and gloom, and that's the reason why they stay. They can also stay in that space, or haunt a space or a home or a car or a vehicle or an item or even a person, not because they're horrible. Yeah, that can be the case, but it also can be the case where the person that passed over love that person, that item, that place, that car, and is attached to whatever, whatever it is that they're haunting. So again, people always think, oh yeah, the reason why that spirit is haunting whatever is because a negative energy, then a negative soul, it's a demon and all that. No, it works both ways. Um, so again, yeah, I want to make you guys aware that not every spirit that haunts a place, not all of them are negative. Sometimes there are lovely souls, positive souls that will stay on this earth for probably the same reason, because they love an area, love the home, they're happy here. Why cross over when you're happy here? So again, it works both ways. Um, so yeah, what else? Uh, so yeah, when we cross over, or when we're close to leaving the physical body, our family will come down. So if it's what I call a planned um, death, so what I mean by that is, let's say that you've got an illness and you know that you got 6 months to live. Spirit knows that. So in those 6 months, spirit will get ready for your departure of this physical body and get you ready for your spiritual journey. And the spirit knows they've got 6 months to do that. So, but then again, there's no time or space in spirit. So, don't necessarily have to take 6 months to get you ready. They can do it within a moment, and you're ready. Again, that's happened to me in the past, where I was in a room where this lady was in that transition of, she was alive, but her spirit was transitioning into leaving the body. And there were, up one particular day, there was up to 7 spirits in that room where she was. There was one, at times, but then at other times there was at least 7 spirits in that room, getting her ready to cross over. Um, So yeah, so when that lady crossed over, her energy didn't stay, or her spirit, should say, didn't stay within that room or in that space. She immediately crossed over because their family was there to come and pick her up. The only time when, again, you can give and take. The only time when they stay in this space is if it's a traumatic experience, or um, they're scared of crossing over because they think that they're going to go to hell. There is no such thing as hell. We come from one place, we go back to that place. There's only one place, and that's the spirit world. There is no hell. But people are brought up on hell is real, and if you do bad, you'll go to hell. And there is none of that. Cut that rubbish out of your life, because that doesn't exist. Hell doesn't exist. People put that in your mind to scare you, so you'll do things their way, not doing what you want to do. If that makes any sense. So yeah, so that does happen. That's happened to me a couple of times. Can a spear that is trapped in as well, can they do stuff? Well, yeah, I've seen that. They set off the emergency bell that's in their room, and I've seen doors open and close. Yeah, not only that, I've heard stories from other people that I used to work with where they saw the person that died. They saw them walking down the hallway and then just disappear. They said that they see the black shadows, and then again they just disappear. I could sit here all day telling you the stories that I've been told from other people, as well as my own experiences. Again, none of these is anything that you need to worry about. It's it's life, and again, that's why we got spirit guides and angels and stuff like that. They will come in and intervene and eventually take that energy away. And you can do that as well through I don't have one here. Through just having a look around, I don't think I've got one. No. So I have made videos on my channel about like saging. Get yourself a smudge stick and sage your house. Again, I have done a video on that. How to remove energy from your space. And then, again, angels will come in and help you with that as well. So, guys and girls, I'm gonna go, and I will see you all in the future. I don't know when, but I will hopefully see you all soon. So thanks for watching, and thanks for all your likes and shares and subscribes. Thank you for thank you for my new subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you all soon. Thank you very much.